How's it going, everybody? This week we are doing a simple video, not a typical project video. I'm just going to be going over these organization cards that I recently made and just telling you a little bit about them. First of all, I'm going to start off by explaining what these cards are and kind of how I set them up, and then I'll go through kind of what I like to store in each one. But these cards they're 30 bucks on Amazon. They're just like rolling supply cards, and they're really handy and honestly pretty sturdy. They seem like they could support a good amount of weight in them. I'll have those linked in the description if you guys want to check them out. To organize these, I couldn't really find any sort of off-the-shelf dividers or whatever that I liked, so I used kind of a really simple and easy way of building this. Instead of using like 1/4-inch plywood and brad nails or wood glue or any of that, I just used some foam board and hot glue. So it was really easy to put these together. I just kind of started off by making a main section and then started dividing it off into smaller ones for each of my individual items. But yeah, cutting the foam board with an X-Acto knife and a straight edge is one of the fastest ways to do this, and then hot gluing it in. You don't have to wait a long time for it to dry or anything. And I put these together in an evening, probably only took a couple hours or so. So let me go over what I have in these carts. So this first one that we're looking at here is my primary just consumables cart and everyday use items. So I've got like pencils, markers, scissors, cutting utensils, blades, tweezers, even have some forceps here. And then I've got some brushes, needle files, and the different kind of things that if you work on models or props, they're kind of handy things that I use on a more regular basis. So I set all those in the top part of my cart. I also have some nitrile gloves and mixing sticks. I'm sure depending on what you guys build, you'll have different everyday use case things, so you can set up these cards however you want, and that's the beauty of being able to just build something with foam core really quickly. So down below, I just have a variety of disposable brushes. I'm kind of running low, but I just like to order these in packs of 100 on Amazon. You can get chip brushes and foam brushes. They're really handy for spreading things like XTC 3D, or if you want to do weathering on stuff. So I keep those stocked up. And again, I'll have those linked in the description too, if you guys want to go check those out. And on the bottom part of the cart, I just have a lot of different mixing and measuring cups, and a few paint supplies. So these little standoffs, so I can put things on them when I'm painting. These little toothpicks with alligator clips, so I can hold up small parts when painting them, and then some other assorted items in here like zip ties and stuff. Then my next cart is my glue cart. This one isn't as stocked up as the other one is, just because I haven't accumulated as many glues and such. But just in this top section here, I've got your basic like CA glues and accelerator and that sort of thing. Then glue sticks, epoxies, Gorilla Glue, wood glue, and then like some sealants and contact cement, spray adhesives. Just basically your wide variety of glues, just for whatever project you're working on, and they're all readily available up here at the top. Below that, we have our hot glue supplies. I have 2 hot glue guns. I really love this Ryobi one. That's cordless, and it works on the Ryobi 1 Plus batteries. If you guys do not have one of those, I will have that linked in the description. It is probably one of my favorite non-typical power tools that I use, I think. And I'm kind of running low on glue sticks, so that's something I need to restock. And my final cart is my paint cart, which I have not amassed a really huge collection of paints yet by any means, but here I've got my airbrush just sitting here waiting to be used. I've only used it on a couple of projects, honestly, but I've also got some spray cans right here. These are all like model spray cans. I've got my typical spray paints over there in another storage rack, which I actually built quite a while ago, and I'll have that video linked in the description if you guys want to go check it out. In the second tier, I've got model paints like so enamels and acrylics that come in the little bottles. Honestly, I actually prefer using these in the airbrush over these airbrush paints. I just find that they lay on a little better and have a little bit better coverage. But I also do have some, I won't name the name, airbrush paints because I actually don't really care for them. And on the bottom here, we've got your typical like $1 a tube craft paints. That are really the main thing that I like using them for is weathering. So I have quite a bit of organic colors stocked up here, and that should basically cover everything. These are the supply carts that I recently put together a couple weeks ago, and honestly, I really love these things. They make it really convenient to access some of these supplies that otherwise would have had to take up shelf space or whatever, but they've also got the added benefit of being able to be taken with me. I mean, I don't have a big shop, it's just a 2-car garage, but it gives the freedom of being able to roll them around with me to wherever I'm working on the project. So yeah, these are my supply carts. Only took me a couple hours to build, and they're incredibly handy. So I would highly implore you to build some. So like I said, I'll have the carts linked in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to go see actual builds, make sure to click up here. And if you guys want to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every week, make sure to click down there. And I will see you guys in next week's video.